Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we'll take a look at the 1998 Nissan Stagea 25T RS4V. This is our final Stagea to take on the course, somewhat anticlimactically. It is the base model for the game. It's not the base, obviously, but it's, you know, the lowest rung of Stagea, because you've got the RS4Vs, and then you've got the Ortex, and then the Turismo one. So this one is the lowest on the rung, so I don't expect this to be breaking any Stagea records, but it should still be interesting. We had the 97 RS4V go around. That had race mod on it purely because it's the lightest of all the Stages, but still, that was a very not good car to drive. I remember it well. It had a 4-speed auto. It had like 450 horsepower and it just did not have the power to make up for how bad the gearbox was. So I'm hoping this one with a little bit more power is going to be a bit nicer, but we'll see. It does look very cool. I am a big fan of the Stagea. It is a wagon in the truest sense, like the old Volvos and the old Mercedes, where there's no attempt at style. If you paint this black, it literally looks like a hearse, so I've gone for this red because we have the yellow on the Turismo, so I think in red it looks quite fetching. Four-wheel drive, 470 horsepower, 1,468 kilos. It is a heavy car, and despite those stats, it's not going to be an under 30 contender, at least if the RS4V is anything to go by. Anyways, the Stagea 25T RS4V is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. The gearbox is terrible. Our current leader is the Audi TT LM Edition. That car set a time of a 26.690. The Stagea RS4V is unlikely to beat that. In terms of the Stagea RS4V, the 97 set a time of a 31.787. We are going to have to use first gear for a couple of bits of this track, which seems to be a common theme. I mean, cars with dodgy gearboxes have sort of been the theme of the last couple of episodes, I think. So hopefully we'll drive something next time that actually has a proper gearbox in it. That's my goal. A bit slow off that corner there. Could have been a bit quicker. I mean, it drives sort of like how you'd expect. So the key thing to do with the Stagea is rule out that part of your mind that's going, it's a Skyline wagon. Because it does not drive like a Skyline wagon, it drives like a very heavy 4-speed automatic dog. But if you sort of treat it as that, it isn't as bad. I will say, is this a backwards complement? 31.522. I don't know if this is a backwards complement or not, but it drives like no, maybe we don't have to use first gear. Torque might pull it through. It drives like a the gearbox and the power delivery is so not great. The weight's not really that much of an issue, if that makes sense. That's sort of how I feel about it. We are going to go quicker, 31.399. Okay. I mean, I don't think this is 0.4 quicker than the RS4V, but I think I've just got better at driving wretched vehicles since then. So, but yeah, I mean, like I say, if you sort of block that part of your brain out, it's not bad. I think with an upgraded gearbox, this would probably be quite a good vehicle. In terms of like wagons in the game, it's definitely one of the more high-power ones. It's definitely better than that Mugen Accord we had a couple last time out. Interestingly, at the moment, it'd still be slower than the Accord wagon. God, it's one of those where it's sort of like the Alcione from a couple of episodes ago. If you go like too deep into a corner, like that's it. The rest of the lap is just cooked from there because you just cannot get the speed in it to really rectify it. Yeah, not a... I don't know. It's a giant wagon thing. It's not quick. Just to check, yes, we are definitely on a 4-speed auto, so the RS4 stands for 4-speed, and God knows what the V stands for. Usually that's supposed to mean 5, but in this case, 5 chances, because I think there's 5 stages. I don't know. Yeah, not really a lot to comment on that one, to be honest. It's just not great. But as long as you go into it thinking it's not great, it's not bad. Wow. First lap. I think that's sector time. Perhaps we could have been quick. Well, again, as I've said before, you can't really trust the sector 2 time too much. But, interesting. I think there's a little bit of time in it, if I'm being honest. I think there's probably a 31.2 in there if you sort of kept trying at it, but it's just not a good car. I mean, it's, call a spade, it's not good. Like that's sort of the bottom line of it. So yeah, 31.399 will put it into 317th place. Goes in between the Toyota 2000 GT and the Opel Corsa Sport. It is, ironically enough, quicker than the original Skyline GTR, quicker than Astoria X4, quicker than the Toyota Corolla 11 GT Apex, quicker than the Nissan Sunny. So, not bad in terms of that, I guess. Things it's slower than a whole lot of Toyotas, and again, that Accord wagon sort of beats it out slightly. I would definitely choose the Accord wagon for this track over this, because admittedly, as much as that Accord was a bit harder to drive, it was a lot, sort of, the handling wise, it was a lot nicer, so that'd probably be my pick out of those two. Anyways, that is it for this episode of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. Do hope you've enjoyed. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.